Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Monster Train. With God as my witness, this evil will not stand. We will defeat the final boss of Covenant Rank 18. I'm not mad. In fact, if anything, I think this has been a nice journey into the hyperbaric time chamber to teach me how to play Stygian a lot better. A lot better. Still not quite at a level of aptitude, but maybe just for once we could have a run that includes the 4 Covenants that are not Stygian. Just kidding, haha, unless... let's see. It's on the SSD. We'll find out pretty soon. Awoken Umbra. Alright. I don't dislike it. You'll devour our spells and get very mad. Thanks for sticking around, by the way, for Monster Train. I think I'm a Rejuvenate main, personally. I like both of these, but I think Morsel giving us draw is a little stronger. Thanks for sticking around. We're gonna get over this hump. If anything... I mean, we would have canceled the Monster Train series this week, or last week, if it were not for the fact that the game is incredible. Because we hit a patch of friction where it would have been justifiable to be like, you know what? This is where we're gonna, no disrespect, but kind of hang off of Monster Train. We're keeping it going for the time being. Because I'm having a wonderful time. Most of the time. Sure, why not? Occasionally modestly annoyed by, you know, the manner in which we pass away at the end, but say it with me, it is what it is. So I can get you, as long as I have 1 energy left, we can get you. We've been really lucky with these stings. As lucky as Bill O'Reilly was when he played a cut off his new album, Sting, Take Us Away. Remember that? Honestly, that train steward's not long for this world. So we might as well handle it like thusly. +3. I'm just trying to think about... I mean... I think we do it like this. I really don't think it matters. I think the top floor is the only floor that matters at all right now. But still, I think that was the right way to do it. So Mind Collapse... Honestly, I'd probably rather kill you. This is like a pretty bad floor for damage. And I think, I was just gonna say, with Rejuvenate, you're toasted anyway. It's a little weird, but I'm like, why not do it this way instead? The regen triggers are still gonna help us out, and then you're gonna get torched, and then you're gonna give us some energy, and we're gonna get draw. The draw is gonna give us sting. Sting's not that good, but it gives us draw for next turn. 2, 5. Okay, so you'll live to do 5 extra damage. All things considered, we'll kill you with 1 energy. Yeah, we'll probably kill you with 1 energy. All things considered, I think this is going real well. This is a surprisingly functional, like, solid deck early on. I feel like it's doing fantastic work. No way! I guess it literally doesn't change things at all, but is kind of just idiotic. That's funny. Anyway, everything's going super well. Probably at this point, we would think about putting a train steward back here. We're still going to put a restore on you. We might as well get 2 out here. I'm just trying to think about how we want to do it. You know, in any circumstance, they both block 1 hit, so we might as well do it like that. You're either a damage shield or you're a meat shield. Take your pick. And you're already dying, but there's a way to do it, you know? There's a way to do it, and there's a way not to do it, and this is the way to do it. I mean, for a first fight, this pretty much could not have gone better, so I am not upset with this deck at all. With Regen Lord, let me walk you through it. A little expensive. Not necessarily bad, but a little expensive. Very good. Normally pretty good, but with all of our Mind Collapses, we already have a pretty good setup for doing targeted damage, so I think that Wildwood Sap is kind of our gimme. At present, nothing really gets advantage from morsels, but I still think that the jar, whatever it's called, Packed Hand, is really nice. And this is rare to have a choice between 2 units. We already have a tank. Really what we want is a big Gorge unit. Overgorger I think is really interesting if we can give him more HP. Alloyed Construct is kind of like pre-built to be extremely good. But I think, I'm just looking, I'm like, you can do Overgorger, and sentient on the same floor, but you have no space for units afterwards. So I don't really want to take this unit until I get a capacity, or until I get a tank that goes in front of it that still lets us have capacity, or until I give you a bunch of HP up. So I think out of the box, the robot's a lot better. It could change, to be quite frank. So I do think a Mind Collapse with +10 is insanely good. I also think that Sting is really good. But I think we're gonna go Mind Collapse with +10. So we can play it for 0. We'll kill a unit often. And then after we kill that unit, we'll get 2 energy back. Which is just, I mean, do you need me to say it? It's extremely great. With 95, we're not gonna reroll. I would probably... There's no real reason to purge a Train Steward yet, but I would say you could cut a Shade Splitter. Our Train Stewards still have some efficacy. So we'll get a cheaper regen, and we'll probably try to buff that regen in the future. Ideally, we'll get good healing cards, maybe good healing cards with holdover. I think we can turn that on. That we can use to replace the regens, but we don't get that many opportunities to remove either, so it's a little bit of wishful thinking, quite frankly. So, we like this. You're not gonna die. Which is great news. We like this. And then for 1, we torch you, which gives us 2 in reserve. And then we can fit 3 up here. I think, I was gonna say, let's give our champ more HP, which also gave us draw, and we can actually use it, which is amazing. And then we'll get 2 fuel going up here, and the lifesteal is probably not relevant, but that's okay. And we got a pretty good thing going on down here, I think. This is pretty much how we wanted it to go. You guys are gonna make it up, but 30 by 2, yeah, you're gonna get crushed by the robot who has 2 fuel. So we will play you. We want you to keep getting fuel. In terms of spells, you know what? Makes our life a little better. I'm not too worried about your incant trigger, quite frankly. You dying is really nice. The only question is, do we want to... Nah, I don't think we want another Train Steward. I don't think it's a question. I think you just straight up keep your champion alive as long as possible. A big heal would go a long way. And now that I think about it, we did just add a big heal into our deck. Hear me out here. I think we use Sting on you, not to protect you, but because next turn we're going to draw the Mind Collapse, we can play it for 0 and trigger 2 energy gain off of you. I don't know. I just ate. I feel like, compared to my average Monster Train video, my brain is like, it's on a new level. And I don't... Oh, well, we drew it this turn instead. But because it has holdover, we can accomplish the same thing. It actually is probably better that it's happening on this turn. So that was almost comedic timing, but not quite. So we torch you. We can play 2 things. I think just, you know, any line that we take here is a win. But I think this is our best line. Alright, so targeted damage at the back line is super nice. Good start. Good start. I don't know, we're not quite getting you. But we're getting pretty close. I don't know, even our second floor might get you. I hate that sound. Matt. Sorry. How much fuel you got up there? 3? Why risk it is my, that's my hypothesis right now. Might as well keep it going. Mathematically, this for sure does not matter at all. You do 4 damage. I think this will let you, I thought that would let you hit 1 more time, but I guess because of the spikes it won't. But it doesn't matter, you're dead in 1 hit, so... I can do 22 damage with this. Let's see. If I could kill you without even having the robot have to attack, that would be awesome, but obviously that's not, and that's not how you do it either, but whatever. Very easy fight. That was with the trial on. And I'm telling you, we got some brain expansion. Glimmer is really nice, but I actually think Wildwood Sap is still better for us. Plus it consumes, which is awesome. And I think we can make Space Prism work. Right now, I do think that we could hold 1 more morsel on the top floor, or maybe 1 more morsel on the bottom floor. We really do want a gorging unit. I think we can support it right now. Honestly, this is not what we wanted, but a morsel maker, which we have still never won with, which is insane. Yeah, I think we'll just do it like that. But is still really nice because now all of our morsels can go to other floors, and the morsel maker can help out. The end. I'm gonna hit you with something weird. I think I've come to realize that on low ascensions, petty theft is insanely good. As you get high ascensions, especially when you turn on trials, petty theft becomes much less reliable. So instead, having a card that I could play on maybe like a dead turn to just get 90 gold would be pretty sick. Alright, so the bottom floor is cursed beyond all belief. We know we like this. We can definitely play this for 0. So I think we actually set up on the second floor this time. Weirdly enough. And I think we can fit a train steward back there. And we play this for 0. And we just give you a rejuvenate trigger that's going to do nothing, but that's okay. Not what you wanted to see. But because of Mind Collapse, we can always kill this. So something like that. That. You come up here. You're going to start to gorge, which is beautiful. You're dead. You're taking 1 damage. Literally nobody cares. And, I don't think you play the train steward. There's an argument for playing him up here because we're going to have morsels up here anyway. Actually, there's more than an argument. Because I was like, but we could use this space to make our other morsels. But we really can't because we're always going to have 2 morsels there. So we might as well put the train steward in here because we can't fit anything else up there anyway. It's unlikely to make a big difference. But that's okay. So on this one, bless you. We still definitely want that. You guys living is not necessarily a problem, but I think it's more important that our robot doesn't take a bunch of damage. So I think we'll actually do like this, which is exactly what we wanted for the draw. And I mean, with this draw, we can do it like this. We can play a sting up here. 2 of these down here. The Mind Collapse on one of you. And you can see, like, this. I'm amazed at how well this is coming together. For being almost the default starting deck, this is just like a nice melange of little mechanics we got going on. I don't really care if the train steward dies. He doesn't belong here. No. None of you living... I think we play this here. None of you living to make it further does appeal to me, though. Because it's going to stack up and be, like, real nasty on this floor. We do have a great gold play. It's just a matter of, like, do we want to leave it all on the table here? You know what I mean? We actually have a problem, which is I can't spend enough energy to make this... You know what I mean? Like, if I play this right now... Well, no, hold on. Here's how I think we do it. And we might sack 30 gold in the process, but I think it's worth it, because this guy's not coming. You know what? Here's how we do it, okay? Spend 3, kill you. Gain 2. Spend... It doesn't really matter. Are we going to play a train steward? And we could definitely get away with one here, even though we got no space for morsels. I think that's fine. And then we would just ice... Doesn't matter. It matters, actually. It matters. We have to get you. We'll play that and just get 60 gold. And I think that's good. We got 60 gold and it got removed from our deck. Which might seem like a bad thing, but I think is actually pretty positive in the whole scheme of things. So again, we got a pretty standard play here. We do need another Gorger. That's still number 1. Nothing else... I wouldn't say nothing else matters, but it matters more than pretty much anything else right now. You still need to go. And I think we just play this for draw. And like, whatever we get out of it, we get out of it. I don't know. If we could protect our units that actually do some damage down here, we could start to work on you slightly, but... We really only have 2 functional floors for the time being. This has got to be final wave. You guys are both dying and you're not taking any damage, so I look at this like, yeah. This does 19, which is not enough to get the kill, but is enough to get close. And actually, our morsels have punched through the tank there with a lot of help. But still, okay, we had 10 turns of regen. We're doing 239. We might actually just get you just on the virtue of this right here. We're not quite gonna get you. That's all right. You're still gonna be quite hurt. And this is with, like, these floors are nothing. The top floor is where all the meat exists. So you're dead in like one hit, which is pretty nice for me. We don't even need to do this, but it's the principle of it. So we didn't take any pyre damage across our first 3 waves. Surprising. Surprising. I think we could probably do with spreading spores. We have enough draw. I think we're gonna like to see this. We have benefits from the regen on a lot of different waves, or a lot of different floors, I should say. Rail spike. I like the rail spike too, but and we've won with it. But I think spores is a little more in line with what we want. This is a tough one, frankly. I think damage shield is not what we want from a gorge unit. So it's very tricky. Right now, I would say I like the Thorned Hollow a lot. But I think the Animus of Will is actually what we want. And we're going to use the Animus of Will to back up our champion. Which means we still have one floor where we don't really know what's happening. So we're gonna hope that this unit is a tank. Honestly, getting the spike unit, which we did, would be a nice get. So I'm glad we were able to get both. And then, at this point, we know we want to remove Train Steward soon. And we want to double up on the Rejuvenate triggers, because we're gonna have a lot of regen. And honestly, we need that to do a lot of damage. So the next thing we need, and I think we can probably turn this on. The next thing we need is, unit upgrades to make our Animus do a lot of damage. The end. So you're doing 24 damage, which doesn't bother me that much. We want you up here. You get an incant bonus, which is annoying. I think we let you suffer up here for now in order to slow these guys down. So you're not attacking. However, for one I can kill you, which is important. Now we got issues, but just work with me, okay? So you come out. This is what happens when you give these guys a lot of extra damage. I'll admit, you get killed. We got no morsels for you, so these guys are gonna make it to the pyre right now. I accept that as my lot in life. Now, we can't really play the Thorned Hollow anywhere. So I think you just do that. And now you could, and I think you do. Like, there's no point in playing it here just to die. I do think you put it out there, even as bad as it looks. I think this is what we need in the immediacy of this moment in order to make this happen. Now, our Animus is left out in the lurch, I'll admit, but, again, I mean, it is what it is. Hello, Tomo. If anything, what we'd like to see here... Well, you're gonna die, and there's not much I can do about that, quite frankly. I think. You're gonna take some damage, but you're gonna be strong for the next turn. And you know what? Actually, like, put the Animus back there. Alright. You guys don't have incants, so enjoy one of those. And yeah, there's no way you're making it. So, I think, yeah, honestly, giving you a little bit of lifesteal, you're gonna gorge next turn, which means you're not gorging this turn, which is bad. I don't know, like, the regen is really important, but I actually think we need to, sure. I think we need to make sure that our robot is gorging just to defend himself. This feels basically like it's all falling apart. You have an incant trigger. So the robot dying is unacceptable, but there's nothing we can do about it. Hello, Tomo. Yeah, I feel like maybe we just instantaneously lost. Which makes me want to die a little bit. Because I really can't get any... You know what? I can keep you alive, and all of a sudden... maybe, just maybe, there's a chance. So we would be summoning one of you to die. We gotta let it roll. I don't know how we're gonna keep you alive for another turn. Spoilers, we're probably not. So we can play this for 0. That's important to note. This is bad. Still very, very bad. Capacity's not gonna do it. We need 2 capacity, which cannot happen. Okay, so in that case, we accept that our top floor is in a really, really bad spot. In which case, what we're gonna do, as insane as it looks, is put all our eggs in the oh, okay, at least we got one. We're gonna put all our eggs in the champion basket. Get them as strong as possible. You do 11 damage. We gotta do something to try to slow you down. I'm still really worried about our pyre. Yeah, because we just lost. Okay. Well, that one really makes you never want to play the game ever again, even though it's your own fault. Just because we literally suffered the indignity of not having taken any pyre damage, and then we made one slip up and just lost. And there's still 7 Covenant ranks to go. That's okay. We got Umbra Hellhorned. Which is actually the first time I think we've had a Hellhorned addition for quite some time. I love the Umbra Champion. You're a sap unit. Alright, well, you know, I mean, let's build on... Yeah. Let's build on how we were doing. We were playing a good game there. Things changed. And we would definitely want Rage Synergy for now. Things changed quickly, and we shouldn't have turned on the trial there. And we're... I don't think we're going to turn it on here, honestly. I know, trust me, I'm aware. I'm aware of how this looks. Dunky Dunka. Alright, so this champion up here is going to live for a long, long time. Now this is going to give us, even if it only gives us 2 energy for 1 turn, who cares? Nobody. That's my thoughts on that subject. And honestly, it seems like we could do a lot worse than the Ember Forge. When you consider that, why not? When you consider how many runs I just, like, don't have a middle floor. Having something that briefly gives us a leg up on the competition actually seems pretty nice. So I mean, this is still a beautiful situation. Might as well. Well, the damage shield definitely is going to work best on our champion. Let's just see what the other morsel is. Damage shield. Okay. So we'll put a damage shield on our champion, and we'll put a damage shield on this train steward down here. This seems sensible, quite frankly. I think we love that. So you're a 70-25 unit. Pretty good, I think it's fair to say. Damage shield is insane. We just want to see, if possible, if we could get to the point where we're killing at least some of these units up in front. I really thought that would get the other one. I'm sure we're gonna get some torches because we are Hellhorned, and that'll sort it out for us in a big way as well. Like, this will get a kill. Nothing's living on the top floor. But just, you know, in principle. It would have been nice. Oh my god, an 82 damage champ. Alright, so we got a really good thing going here. Again, much like our last one, this one's starting quite positively. I think Ant Umbra Assault is good enough. It might need a buff later. And I really think more Ritual of Battle. We have the energy base to cast it as long as the furnace doesn't disappear. So we need a unit, preferably a unit that has Gorge. And you're not what I want, but I'm gonna let it roll for now. I think you definitely need... I mean, multi-strike is fine, obviously. But I think you also... And Rage would make you insane, but... Alright. Even if I gotta put some train stewards down in front of you, you sold me. I don't know, this is gonna make you like a 40 by 2 unit. That seems pretty good. I'm not gonna turn this on yet. I think we need more setup. Alright, so you guys are going to the top floor. I don't love it. There's a lot of good options, quite frankly. So here's what I like. You on the top floor. You guys are all gonna make it up there and then get crushed. That's fine with me. Then you just chill out here. And really what we want from you is to build up as much damage shield as possible. And then, I don't know, Train Steward is no place to be, no problem. I actually, for the time being, I don't really mind you guys just hasting past here. Doesn't bother me too much. We need to, even though Ritual of Battle would be insane here, I think it's very important we keep our champion alive. So I think the way that we do that is actually have this unit take these guys out, or many of them at least. That helps out a lot. There's 2 more damage shield for you. And then, rather than have you gorge, I think I'd rather just have you get a little smack in there to save some HP. Don't get me wrong, Ritual of Battle is a better choice when the units are tankier, but we're not there yet. In a weird way, Ritual of Battle is very similar to multi-strike. You have 5 damage shield. I think on this turn, we can afford to... Really? It gives you 18 extra? Okay, I think we can afford to give Ritual of Battle to you. And we don't really care for the Ember Forge, quite frankly. Especially in this situation, it doesn't do anything for us. But okay, so that we like. That was not necessary, but very helpful. And then, pretty much, I'm not saying like we're exactly unkillable, but it's gonna be hard for them to kill us. Yeah, I mean, just send it. We do have a unit coming out there doing 150 damage per turn. We can still do Space Prism. Capacity is a slight issue. Probably you would look at the Imp, honestly. It's 1 capacity, it can fit nicely. The Rage is better. If you can make it endless, it's even better than that. I actually think for the time being, we can get a unit from our boss. We don't need a unit immediately, because we can still use our Ember Forge or whatever the heck it's called. This is a weird one. I think if you... I think you make Ritual of Battle hold over for all of your money, as insane as that might sound. And then we make it cost 2, and then it'll be nice, I think. What about a rare melting draft pick? Return a random defeated unit to your hand. Enhance it with plus 40. I don't know. Plus 40 is pretty good. I feel like if we could make that unit endless, it would do some serious work for us. But honestly, I have no idea. Quite frankly, I got no clue how it's gonna work for us. All right, we're getting very used to seeing these enemies. We know what we like, really. You come out here. You eat 3 times. Honestly, I think our champion comes out. We get you. Little damage, shield never hurt anybody. Little extra damage doesn't fit anywhere. So I'll just send you down here to die. And the train steward would also be sent down to die. Which is not bad, actually, because then we could we could have them come out and get plus 40. But hold on, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, are these morsels gonna come back? Alright, so this is truly insane, but work with me on this, okay? Trained steward in the front, formless child in the back, and see what gets put in our hands. A 43-1 magma morsel. So this is, we have a truly horrible synergy. Umbra with this creature is kind of nonsensical. The problem is if we place them on the... Pretty much no matter where we place them, there is a considerable issue. Let's put it that way. So I would say, hold on. This has got to go. Are you still dying? Yes. Because you do 1 damage on death? Okay, I understand. You're not dying any longer. You're already getting 2 kills, so you're kind of non-essential. Really, I'd say you taking a hit is pretty useful for us. You know what? We send you out here just to give damage shield. I hate that that's the play, but... So, I don't know. There might be a way to make this work more consistently. Obviously, for right now, it's kind of like... just stupid, and I love it. Hold on. No! It's okay, it's okay. Because this is what I want. Although we can't get any gorging. So maybe it's not what I want at all. But on the other hand, I don't know. Let's send it. Yeah, I think we've done things in a way that we should not necessarily have, but you know what? When this guy dies, there's going to be space for morsels. So just enjoy, I suppose. Just enjoy. I think, because you're not long for this world, quite frankly. I think we do this and this. And then really, maybe a damage shield, exactly what I'm looking for. If you guys could just come out here and get killed, that would be fine. So I'm confident our champion can do this. But I'm looking at it, and I'm actually pretty stoked. Because I think that we're gonna get back out here. He's got, what, 4 damage shield and a life steal? He's letting you do 258 damage. Really, all we can do here, I think we could put a train steward up in front, and that added 60 damage, which is really good. I think the play, bizarrely, is that right there. And I don't know if it was the right play, but it worked enough to win. So, just by definition, it's kind of the right play. Alright, so we handled that super terribly. Dunka, 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 dunka. I just like it for the synergy that we have, quite frankly. I think we want... I don't know. It's... Look, I know, but, like, it's weird. I don't know where I'm at here. So I think you go, like, rail beater. But you can't put a rail beater... Like, the gorge unit has to be up front. So you really need either something to anchor another floor, or you take Branded Warrior and you go, okay, he's gonna get some Slay triggers and help out a floor that goes wide. Or you have Rail Beater anchor the floor that maybe has the Ember Forge on it. And we definitely take capacity. We gotta, like, the Forge itself is 4 capacity, if we choose to roll it. And I think we do choose to roll it. But, okay, so I think we got a little lucky to make it through there. I have no idea what to do with Formless Child, quite frankly. I think if we could give it Endless, it would be hilarious. So, again, whether or not this will actually work for us, I have no idea. But, is it hilarious? Extremely so? Yeah, so, I like that. I really don't think we have space for anything else for right now, so we just skipped the new unit, which is gonna... It's gonna ruffle some feathers, but... And Architect could have worked there. I think Architect could have worked nicely, but... It really does kind of just own its own floor. Spikes destroy our damage shield, which scares the crap out of me. I mean, I'm kind of like just apprehensive about this run to begin with, quite frankly, but we're gonna try. So this time, if possible, I think we would really like you to be at the bottom level. Because we want... That's fine. We want Rail Beater up here, I think. And then this is where our Gorge Lifesteal unit is going to be, or Gorge Damage Shield, I should say, so that it has enough time to get its damage shield as high as possible. Yeah, just incant it. That's a really good idea. I think that's very, very positive and smart. Just kidding. In case you couldn't tell. So we're not going to get that. I accept that. I live with that every day. I understand that. Are you gonna kill me? No. Alright, so I'm not too worried actually then. You're gonna get 2 damage shield off of that, which is beautiful. Energy is still a problem, but kind of what you're hoping for is that you'll get the Ember Forge, you know, sooner rather than later, but hasn't always worked out that way, huh? You're still doing fine. For capacity, probably you. Dunka. Dunky dunka. Dunk dunk. Donkey Dunka. It's just a great song. It's a tough one. Personally, I think you turn this guy into a nightmare. The multi-strike helps out an awful lot. So I, like, again, it's tempting, but strange. Now this is also tempting. You only have 1 damage shield. Oh, but you're not... Okay, so... I don't know. I think you play the... I think you ignore that. Because it's something funny that is ultimately kind of a trap for us. And instead just stick to your line. So we got a 44 morsel. Which we already know it's going to be stupid. I'm okay with it, but yes, it's dumb. So we love this. You getting a free morsel is a beautiful thing. And actually, this is, it just makes it even better. Hey, just throwing this out here. I do have 1 more unit in this deck that's useful when you summon it early. Like, the earlier you summon it, the better it is. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, this one right here. Welcome. Welcome. Dunka, dunka, dunk, dunk. 6 turns of damage shield. It's a weird one, boys. Here's what I think you do. You got, what, 6 damage shield? I stand by my decision. I was thinking about playing the Ritual of Battle. I want to see what Formless Child gives us. It gave us a 43-1 morsel. What do you expect, really? Like, I can't be mad. You've got to go. We do have a lot of energy on this turn, which is pretty much what I was angling for. We're really just trying to make this unit the strongest unit it can be. And we don't need to play a Formless Child anymore. It has essentially no merit. You're taking 26. I think we just do this. And that unit at the top should be nearly unkillable. Yeah, he's making it just himself. Which is good, because clearly there's a lot of garbage in this deck that's not getting us there. We're hanging in there. That was fine. Don't think we need any of it. I kind of want to remove this Formless Child from our deck. But I also love its meme capability. I don't think we can survive 4 random units on the middle floor. Although, I don't know, dude. Maybe we can. The problem is really, if the Crucible Warden's not at the front, that's a problem. But having the Ember Forge out there would be super nice. I don't think it's the play, but maybe I'm a coward. Maybe I'm the ultimate coward there. So these have finally got to go. I mean, this is highly cursed. So I think this is good. And then, I don't know. I would probably do that one, but I did think about removal because we're getting a little late in the game to still have, like 6 torches, 2 train stewards, etc., etc. But our pyre is crushing it. Our pyre is crushing it. And I actually think that luck-wise, we've been unlucky. Because if we can draw our Ember Forge early, like we just did, it's going to be so much stronger for us. 226. So I don't mind putting you out here. And we definitely just do that. Okay. So this is a much better start. And our Ember Forge, and this is something I'm getting used to, our Ember Forge doesn't need to live forever to be that good. We'll still do it. It just needs to live long enough that we can actually get, you know, cast some things that we wouldn't have otherwise been able to cast. That's what I'm trying to get through my head. You have a harvest, no incant triggers. Okay, so a lot of my hopes and dreams lie with this unit up here, obviously. You're doing a lot of damage. I mean, for a lifesteal morsel, I think I'd rather have it on the champion just to make sure they stay alive. I know you're getting armor, but it really doesn't matter right now. Maybe in the future it will matter a little bit, but for now it's totally fine. And as long as we're getting 3 of these every turn, oh my god. Okay. So, I would probably say, I mean, if you're already healing for 16, which is max, I think you go like full holdover, and then also double the amount of rage on friendly units, which really only gives you 24 more. That would give you 36, but hey, we did 30 damage because the spell consumed. I forgot. You're not quite finishing the job here. But we can change that real easily. No problem. Oh, and we still, you know what? I would much rather get this out here. And we still have, oh, because we have the Ember Forge, dude. It's killing it. All right. Honestly, it seems weird to put you at the front, but if you let our champion, if you take 1 hit, our champion would have taken, so we do more damage to you, then I think it's worth it. Dunk, 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 dunk. Multi-strike is pretty bad. I really still think you getting the rage is worth more to us. And we're just going to try to build you up. It is what it is. There's no point in playing the Formless Child at the top because we wouldn't be able to summon anything after it anyway. And then here, you have 10 damage shield. It actually doesn't block that much. Right now, what are you doing? You're doing 90 by 2. This would be 108 by 2. We know we're gonna get more rage next turn, and it looks so stupid. But the Gorge, I think, actually lets us live to do like 130 extra damage right now. It actually might let us live to do even more because we have lifesteal. I have no idea how much this actually impacted things. But all I know is, look, that unit at the top is invincible, except for the fact that when their damage shield runs out, they only have, you know, 20 health. So I think that was very sensible. I still think Shroud Mitosis is a beautiful card. We don't have that many summon effects. In fact, we don't have, like, any summon effects. So we will skip. This is... I can't tell how much of my confidence is just due to the fact that we haven't taken any trials so far. But it feels okay. I think your value play is this. We want removal, don't get me wrong, but the Pyre Health and the Relic Shop don't do anything for us. So I'm going to take Bone Shine. My hope is that at a spell upgrade station, we might be able to give it plus 10 magic power, and then every time we draw it, we heal our Pyre for 10, which is like, it's really good. Okay, let's not be stupid. I really don't think the large stone does anything for us. I actually think you just get idiotic here. Get rid of one of these. Pay more. Get rid of this one. Rail Beater living slightly longer is worth something. Ember Forge having more HP is worth something. This will be a real test. And then statues have Rage. Guardians have Multi-Strike is really, really bad for building damage shield, but we should have the statue killed pretty early. I mean, that helps. And you'll be dead on turn 2. Whether or not you get a chance to attack, we'll see. The middle floor is the cursed floor. We still don't really know what's happening there at all. So you're doing great, sweetie. Keep it up. One of those. Get you going, get you going. You're doing enough damage that you wouldn't kill our Rail Beater, but you're gonna hurt it quite prodigiously. I think that's okay. We'll just play the Imp to take a hit as well. Then, oh, you have incants, but you also took 30, so I don't know. Maybe I'm a genius or something. You don't even fit here anymore. All right, well, if you must, So far, this seems pretty safe. You not dying is bad. You have an harvest, or you have a slay. Okay. Honestly, it's a super weird play. I think. Give me 2 shade splitters. You're gonna love this. You're actually gonna lose your morsels die because of the sweep. You're gonna lose your freaking mind at this part of it. We play this for 1. It did 30 damage to this guy because of our relic, so that he dies and doesn't do any damage to our pyre. Plus, we can get that card out of our deck that we really don't need immediately. We're not upset to see it, but we don't need it immediately. So definitely keeping you alive matters. So I actually think you probably play Formless Child just to block 12 damage. And then see what you get. Damage shield 1. I'm gonna put the damage shield 1 on our champion. And this is what I was looking for actually, is a lifesteal morsel. So we'll put the lifesteal morsel here, and our champion, you have sweep. You son of a gun. You jerk. You butthole. It's not really that bad, honestly. This sucks, though. Hold on. How about now? Still not great. So we really get most of our advantage from playing morsels up top. You're gonna have 95 HP. I really don't mind if you die. Let me start by saying that. I think I actually like Formless Child giving us like a morsel in hand, even though it's gonna get killed by the sweep regardless. I know it's like it's a weird morsel, but it still does morsel-y things. It's not an unmorsel. 6 and 7. So this is still doing work for us. I think you still deserve this. That's my play. You love to see it. You really just love to see it. We need a lifesteal morsel. That's not a lifesteal. It's a great morsel, but it's not a lifesteal morsel. However, this keeps you alive, and then check this out, dude, because the morsel miner, oh, it's so freaking good, dude. Now, we could have done like 160 damage on this floor, I guess, which would have been an interesting way to approach it. So here's a weird one. because there is a lifesteal unit, I would normally look at putting the rail beater on this floor, because it's actually a pretty nice tank. But I feel like the lifesteal is actually more valuable. As long as we do it like that, you're going to get the full HP next turn, but you do have to live till the next turn. And then rail beater all of a sudden is, what's happening, dude? This run is, it's off the chain. I'm not even in the center of the frame. Pyre took a little damage. Nobody cares. So you do 10 by 2, which is terrible. However, all of a sudden, we live long enough to hit you 3 times. Only 3 times. So, I would say you're on 0 rage, huh? I think you start to build your rage on this guy. This will be a real test. Multi-strike does nasty work on the Crucible Warden's damage shield for sure. An extra 110 damage, I'm just gonna level with you. We ain't sneezing on that one. We ain't sneezing on that one. That's helpful. You're on like 12 damage shield still? I was gonna say, I think we've actually got it. And in case it wasn't abundantly clear, that would do it for us as well. I'm not saying we're there, but this one's got a real shot. I think that works just fine. This is a tough one for me. I think you go energy, but we really don't have an energy problem as long as we draw our forge. But this will help smooth it out across the board, I think. So in general, I think really our units are not that valuable, or rather, we don't need to change our units too much. We'd be much better off changing our spells. Demon units get a multi-strike. I was just gonna say we have 1 demon. I think we want apply daze to enemy units when they enter the floor before the pyre room, and the reason it might seem a little wonky, but really I think it's incredible because our and we are gonna double stack one of these rage options, but that'll mean that our lifesteal. Let me rephrase. That will mean that our damage shield Gorger doesn't lose damage shields, at least very often. This one, I almost think we could take. You come in with armor 100, 15 HP. Dude, you're gonna think I've lost it. I think we can turn this on. I think we've got like the exact kind of build that does well here. Now, admittedly, the start is not good. Oh no, never mind. It's exactly perfect. Disregard what I said earlier. Let's get these up on the top floor just in case we can summon our Gorge Collector up there. And as far as Rage unit goes, I just don't think you play the Imp yet. Gorge Collector, by the way, most well known by his real name, Crucible Warden. Well, a torch is not going to do too much for you. Let's be realistic. I think our most important thing here is making sure that units die at the top if they make it through the bottom. So we're going to just focus for the time being on making that plausible. We play everything here. As long as 1 unit dies, I'm actually pretty happy. Plus, you just took 30 damage. You're still living and doing fine. 188. It's not quite going to get you there. So I think we just keep you chunking here. It's very important. These units are going to get dazed when they move up a floor. They're not going to attack, but they are going to heal. So we need you to get to the point where at least you're hurting them badly. You don't need to necessarily kill them, but hurt them badly is important. We are running into a morsel issue. We're a little light on the morsels. There's a couple of ways around that. Here's one. I don't mind our pyre taking 5 damage. These guys are dazed. So they're not going to attack anyway. Well, you know what? You probably do it like this then. Now you got 3 extra morsels. What do you want here? Probably HP, so you got, well, I don't know. We haven't done it yet, so let's not worry about it. Let's go with damage then. We knew that was coming. Did you? Oh, because you healed the full when you went up. Yeah, okay. I was like, why'd you hurt so much? Never mind. Stop making those noises, okay? No real reason to play these torches, that is. Doesn't really slow down anything. I'm actually a little worried about our pyre health. You have 21 rage. I think you have to do this. And then the more damage shield, the merrier. I think I'm okay taking... No, that's stupid. Get one of those out of there. Your top floor is doing great. 850 damage being done on this floor is amazing. I do want to point out, by the way, this is what we're capable of doing without having access to the freaking Ember Forge, which is insanely annoying. I don't think we can kill you. I think no matter what, you're going to make it, and you're going to hit our pyre for 40, which is horrible. But there's very little we can do about it. Now, when you're damaged, you get a little stronger. I still... Never mind, we got you. There's totally a way to deal with it. I think we let this unit go wild. And we just focus on... Oh, that's really good. I don't even know if you're going to make it through the rail beater floor. This actually turned out insanely good. And I'm happy I was mostly right about the pyre stuff. It is tempting, I suppose, to get you with the ritual, but I really think we just heal our pyre as much as possible, quite frankly. This top floor will not be stopped. So we for real have a chance. I mean, we have a chance to win. We're gonna crush this floor here. So important. On the final fight, for the love of God. On the final fight, for the love of God, play your units where you want to play them. I think that works really well on our damage shield unit. We suffer to give them, or we struggle to give them HP, I should say. Okay, so removal is pretty nice here, but I think relics are more likely to move the needle. Even a duplication, maybe. Okay. I think armor 15 might matter. I think plus 15 damage might matter. Morsel Minor on each floor to start the game doesn't really appeal to me that much. I think that's a good double stack. We're tapped out. What would I duplicate here? Dunka, dunka, dunk. This is an important thought, so just bear with me. I don't think it's Ritual of Battle. I think maybe you just duplicate this double stacked Inflame we just got. Okay, some redemption in this video, Friendly units enter with SAP 3. That's bad, but units also don't heal to full when they make it to the top floor. Which is better. Now you're gonna do an awful lot of damage, and I hate you for it. But that's gonna kill 2 of you, which is very nice. You're also gonna be dead there. You might as well just take... You don't fit. You might as well take a hit. You're not giving us any benefit for it yet, but you might as well take a hit. So we're really looking for... That's horrible, by the way. We're really looking for a lifesteal morsel. I can't fit you. It's a sincere issue. However, just work with me on this one. If we get the best formless child payout you could ever expect, we could bring back our champion, but stronger. So I think you have to... You have to accept... Well, let's run the math. Okay? So you have 10, 34, 56, 58, sorry. You okay? Just hear me out here. 48, 60, 70. I actually, now that I look at it, I'm pretty sure you live. That changes things a lot. But we still do have the formless child play. The downside is now we're not playing formless child because we don't have the energy, but we are wiping a whole floor, which is worth a lot. Okay, so you being dazed, it makes things pretty much irrelevant. This time you are torched. There's very little we can do about it, I believe. For sure you play that. And for sure you play that. And then you get dropped on this floor. We got no space for you? Okay, we're gonna have to find a way to bring you back. But unlike our average run, where when our champion dies on the boss fight, we're screwed, I don't feel that here. I'm like, there's a way. It's a roundabout way. And the damage output is really bad. Like, it's hard, I should say. But we can get there. So with 6 energy, we got some priorities. I think the biggest one is you just turn this guy into a menace. So we're looking for formless child now. It's weird. I think we play this here. But here, it takes us a little closer to killing you, which is probably substantially more useful. If this floor gets wiped, well, let me just start by telling you, I don't think there's much we could do about it. You're going to think that I've lost my mind, and you may well be correct. I think we're still okay. As long as our champion's here, or as long as our Gorger is here, it comes down to whether or not our Pyre can live. And it's admittedly a bit touchy, but okay, so we don't want you guys to be able to make it up. That's a gimme. This damage shield unit is going to be the one that's tripled. Let me stop you right there. Are you? Hold on, what are you? Damage shield, yeah. So you guys are going to make it to our Pyre, and you're going to hurt like a son of a gun. You might even kill it. You didn't kill it. All right. Stop summoning units on this floor. I can only hurt 2 units at the same time. It's not looking great. Let me start there. It's not looking great. However, damage shield 1. That's still the way we gotta play it. And a little... Maybe you don't do Shroud Mitosis on this one. Maybe instead you hit him with the Fledgling Imp. It doesn't quite get you there. It got us there, dude! We're gonna live, temporarily. We got some problems, though. Like, you have to die, and I can't do it. I just can't do it. That's a bummer, dude. I'm pretty sure no matter what, I can't get there. I would need, like, you to die. It's such a shame. Because if our Pyre could have lived, we could have done it. But you know what? It happens. It happens. I still thought we played a really good game on that one. If you enjoyed the episode, please do click the like button. We're almost there, dude. We're almost there. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time. See ya.